All right, so with all of our tools, we've got to learn a little bit about some of the different components on it. I've already mentioned that we call this is one of the attachments. We call this the scribe attachment. It comes down to angled point out here. We'll use this for doing layout and for measurement as well. So this, of course, right here locks this in place. I've got a fast adjustment or a rapid adjustment by pressing that in, and then right down here on this dial, this is a basically a more precise adjustment as well, so we can kind of use that, and there is a little bit of backlash and play in there as you move from one direction to another as far as that threaded rod that allows that fine adjustment movement on that particular dial. So I'm gonna bring this in right now, and we're gonna kind of set this to 3 inches, and you'll kind of see as we go. So, because we have to learn how to read these particular instruments. It is the vernier scale. So as we're looking at this, we start out here at 0, of course 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inches right here. And in between each of these, we see there's a marking where it's 2, 4, 6, 8. This would be 10. So what each of these are, this would be 200 thousandths. This one would be 400 thousandths. This is 600 thousandths. This is 800 thousandths. And between the 0, so we'll go down here to the 0, between the 0 and the 2, we got these other 3 tick marks. Now, notice the longest tick mark. So hopefully you recognize the longest tick mark here. That's going to be our 100 thousandths. So this would be 100 thousandths, 200 thousandths, 300 thousandths, 400 thousandths, 500 thousandths, and so on. That leaves us another smaller tick mark there. And hopefully you've already figured this out by now. If from here to here is 100 thousandths, that means each of these is 50 thousandths. So as we read this, this would be 0, 50 thousandths, that's 0.050, 50 thousandths of an inch, 100 thousandths, 0.1, 150 thousandths, 0.15, 200 thousandths, 0.2, 250 thousandths, 0.25, that's our quarter of an inch mark right there, 300 thousandths, 350 thousandths, 400 thousandths. So when we read this, we would come in and we would read this at 3 inches. So, or we read whatever the inches were here first, then we would kind of go to the 50, 100, 150, 200, so on and so forth, lined off of this 0. And you look at this side here, this is our thousandths indicator. So we got from 0 to 50 thousandths here. So each time we're going to go, notice here at 3 inches, I am at exactly, my line goes straight across over there, and up here at 50, I am perfectly in alignment at 0 and 50. Now, as I adjust this, we're gonna go up to 3 inch 50 thousandths. So here is 3 inch 50 thousandths, lining this up right here. And again, I'm gonna be lined up at the 3 inch 50 thousandths, just went beyond it just a little bit. So, and I'll again line up here so I know. Now, let's say I needed to be, I'm gonna go back to 3 inches. I'm gonna go below it and kind of come back up, remember, because there's a little bit of play in that lead screw there. So there was 3 inches exactly. And my line is there. Now, to be 3 inch 1/1000ths, that's going to be where this line lines up. So I'll keep on going until that one lines up perfectly with that tick mark. So there would be 3 inch 1/1000. So I'm just a little bit off, and this is kind of minute to be able to really read on all this. So we would then kind of add to it. So let me kind of just bring something in here. We're going to be somewhere between 3 inches and 3 inches and 50 thousandths. So notice here my 0 is between 3 inches and 3 inch 50 thousandths. So in order to tell, I now need to kind of go up and see exactly which of these lines up perfectly. And in this case, as I look, I'm going to say that the line that is perfect is this one right here, which is 21 thousandths of an inch. So this would be 3 inch 21 thousandths. And I would measure it off of both of those there. So that's how we read the veneer scale. It takes a little bit of practice and a little getting used to. So you will each kind of do this and make sure that you know how to read this scale by setting it here in the lab today.